Okay, let's see if we can actually play the video as I was trying to. I was trying to record video of me, and I was a little too quick on my hit of the cancel button, and so it didn't work. So, I'm going to get this working now. Hello, welcome. The thing seems to be working. Let's play a little Final Fantasy XIV. I believe I'm about to do some quests. Beast Tribe quests. Luna hears of the reverend Zundu youths and their disrespect of former lands. Please, take my stronger Sanua and show shameless nestlings at Gundu on their joke. Sure, let me do that. Uses buffet ability to scare the you. Feast upon them. Show them we are not to be trifled with. You're absolutely sure that's appropriate. Oh yes. They will rue the day they disrespected us. I don't think I'm where I'm supposed to be at. Dude, I'm so high. I'm not supposed to be this high, dude. There we go. That's a little better. There we go. Boo. What? You cannot shame warrior about Zundu like this. When the village chief hears of Netherling's crimes, force of all Zundu falls upon you like hurricane. You're welcome. There's another Zundu youth. Boo! Oh, what great storm is this? Fierce like lightning, powerful like Neverling riding Sanua. What trick does scheming Gundu play? Yes, you should fear us. Do not mess with our materials. Are you not entertained? Let's see here. There's another Gundu youth. Boo! Ah, Netherling, you used to know to buffet sleeping Vundu is mean and cowardly. Vundu elders will soon hear of your crimes. Well, I think I successfully did this mission. Alright. Don't trust anyone over 60. Alright, let's get this mission over here done. The Gundu need spring crystals, do they? I don't see any problem with helping us after them. They're more than enough to provide us with all the sufficient water we need. To be honest, I can't see why they would feel the need to ask permission first. They've all lived here a great deal longer than we have. In any case, I appreciate the courtesy. Please, extend my thanks to them. Excellent. Grab one of these spring crystals, shall we? Alright, that's one. Should be another around here somewhere. Over there. That's two. Let's get the third. Over here somewhere. Over here, for example. Excellent. Well, we gathered the spring crystals. Now we need to do this other thing, whatever it is. I'll check in on the Yetis. Hello, Mr. Vetter. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to bother you. I'll leave you alone for now. Large egg. It seems like something that they would object to. Anzu, I mean. Especially the hen. Okay. I believe we've done all of the missions to do here. At least for the moment. We'll check on the other missions soon. Soon. I believe that is our target. Gundu eagerly await return of Pieter. Does Neverling bring spring crystals? Yeah, here you go. Such beautiful crystals they are, large and clear like great majestic lake. Of Gundunaku's crops grow unwatered no longer, and beaks no longer dry and parched. To gather water and sea of clouds is no easy task. Gundu collect rainwater. The sky is fickle with its generosity. And so we must resort to spring crystals. Thank you again for reaching out to Netherlings on Gundu's behalf. Our warriors and thinkers have talents full of dealing with cruel Vundu menace. But thanks to Pieter, we have foundation on which to build relationship with knights and Cloudtop. Camp Cloudtop. Say that. Welcome back, Pieter. Does Netherlings bring Anzu eggs? Here you are. To brave fearsome Anzu and get their eggs so soon, Pieter is truly courageous, like sapling standing strong against great storm. Anzu eggs are so delicious many Vanu eat them, shells and all. But eggs Netherling gifts us, such as eggs that Netherling gifts us, shall be pickled in vinegar that they may last, and feed tribe well when stores grow low. Only strongest Gundu warriors stand fairness against Anzu. Your bravery is a testament to your loyalty. Long will Gundu remember your aid. Beautiful work, Pieter. Thank you for chasing away foolish Gazundu. Foolish Vundu nestlings. They do not forget this lesson soon, I suspect. To not fight as you are accustomed, but to use Sanua instead is hassle, no doubt. Spilling blood of nestlings would be too much. Using powerful buffet of wind, buffet of wind from Sanua is much better. For we Vunu, buffet from Sansa is great humiliation. But Munavanu hopes these Vundu nestlings can learn from this experience. Birch sap and branches. And furnishings, which are kind of worthless. $18 white bones. What do I want? I can buy ventures. Oh, let's grab this coming home orchestration. That sounds great. I don't know what the other things are. The ventures do sound nice, though. I have nothing to trade. All right. Hold on. That's it. Ventures. Let's go with 4. All right. So we need to talk to Sid. The pillars. And then we can talk around the clock. I appreciate the jokes in this game. They're like hidden in the names. I really do. More than I should, honestly. Localization's just perfect. All right, Sid. What's up? There you are, Peter. The Enterprise Excelsior is ready to depart when you are. All right. Say again. Chief Sunu wants you to smash some gemstone against an aetherit to dispel a barrier of storm clouds. I don't even know where to begin. By the hells with it. Maybe it'll bring us good luck. I'll rendezvous with you there. Okie doke. Whale's Crown is that a ways. Bye, honey. Have a great day at work. I will. All right, let's see here. This is apparently a ways off. Aha. That's attuned to the Aetherite. Whale's Crown. After a pause, you smash the gemstone against the Aetherite. Nothing much happens. Out of habit, you attune to the Aetherite, and once more, nothing much happens. The limitless blue extreme is now accessible, which I will do with the waifu at a later day. Okay. Fuck around the clock. At Tailfeather, or near Tailfeather. While we're here, let's talk with Offeno. While I find myself in an unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state, he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown allegiance. Yet even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters would surely have stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly. Do they not? In which case, we'll need to provide more detailed description when we question the locals. Fear not, Kryl. I have already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose. This is quite impressive. You drew these from memory? A skill I acquired some years ago, for reasons I no longer remember. I propose we split into two pairs. Ishtal and I will inquire at the outlying encampments, while Pieter and Kryl question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Loth Ast Vath and share our findings. Assuming there are no objections, let us be about it. Yeah, I'm struggling to read this morning. I don't know if that's because I'm tired or what. He certainly has matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress young ladies. Anyway, we'd best get started. Find me when you've finished making your rounds. It's true. Drawing and singing can attract the ladies. That is very true. Searching for a friend of yours? Let's have a look then. Here's a sketch. No. Haven't seen him around. Sorry. What's that you've got there? A sketch? Here you go. I can't say I know the face. You say he's something of a warrior. I heard a tale the other day about a Huron vagabond who brought down a bandersnatch by himself, and with style, the way they tell it. He was dancing with the beast like it was the bell of the bleeding bull. That sounds like your man. I mean, yeah, it could have been me, though. A hearing man? We're not exactly there, you know. Could you be more specific? Here's a picture. A drawing, rather. I did spy this one bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but it could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river, to the west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. The lad was making no effort to cover his tracks, see? That, and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. Well, that doesn't sound like him, actually. Chocobo Chick's going a little bonkers, isn't he? Finished? In that case, I think we've learned everything we can. Let's see what the others have found out. I'm just going to ride a dragon into the Both camp. I'm sure they'll be totally cool with that. My apologies for our late arrival. I thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. Many have made camp in inaccessible locations, ideal for hunting game, but not so for receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Hurrian hunter with whom no one is familiar. Though none chanced to see the man's face, his height and build matched Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess. Yeah, but this guy had an axe. Thancred, doesn't. So you have had the same tales. Be that as it may, we may want to have some conclusive proof. Perhaps this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Voth trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments fit for a man of refinement, which seemed a rather curious description for one of his kind. You're not implying that Thancred sent a Vath to market in his stead? Why would he not go himself? That's the correct place. Well, if you'll recall, you yourself emerged from the live stream as naked as your name day. It's the scene I shall never forget. Is it though? Well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, it was a simple statement of fact. It stands to reason Thancred found himself in the same, predicament. In any case, if he had dealings with the Vath, they should be able to tell us, no? Yes. Quite right, Cryle. Quite right. Yes, let's go talk to those people. Should be easy enough, right? Probably. I would like very much to continue the search for Thancred. Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, Thancred could be waiting for us in Loth Ast Vath. We must go and see the Vath right away. Come along, everyone. Come along. Mm-hmm. Hello there, Voth storyteller. What can you tell us? Any stories? Great hunters, we welcome you once more to Loth Ast Vath. What do you seek this day? We seek a man. A man with whom we are told you may have had certain dealings. Here's a picture. How curious the hunters tire of godly sport and pursue mortal prey. No, he's not prey, but a friend, long missing. Good. He is a friend to the Vak as well, one with whom we have traded many times. Truly? And you're quite certain it is this man? There is no doubt. The fleshling, clothed in skins, came to us from some all, lost and weak. He offered meat and hides in trade, and in exchange we tended his wounds. He brought us much flesh, so skilled a hunter he was, much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. And where is he now? Gone to a long ago, when we heard that one man had summoned our god once more. Ravana's returned? Vladimir did say the Nath had grown as before. Wrong voice. Vladimir did say the Nath had grown as before. What could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for your help. Would that we could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade's side. Oh, great hunters, lest the Nath claim him as a sacrifice. Alright. Let's talk to Sabath. Yeah, tilting his head, lost in thoughts. Request from fleshlings, go stranger by the day. Tailfeather hunters ask us for herbs, but not for eating or salve making. Fleshlings want to make smoke for recreation. They say inhaling smoke has pleasing effect, but we do not understand. Smoke is for driving away dragons or vermin. This use of smoke seems very strange. Yes, much too strange. We do not understand, but you are fleshling too. You understand this practice of smoke breathing, yes? That is why we ask you to gather the hunters' herbs. You may find herb sprouts in the smoldering waste, but we do not need many. 3 herb sprouts would do nicely. Yes, very nicely. Great Hunter, please, you must help. We received terrible news from Tailfeather. The hunters suffer from vermin infestation. They say the crops of tasty greens are in danger. The tasty greens are precious to the Vak. Yes, very precious. Our brothers and sisters will starve without them. The Kintamer has fitted our Kokomato with canisters of repellent to drive off the pests. Go, quickly, Great Hunter. Fly to Tailfeather. Spray the crops. Great Hunter, the perfect fleshling for the task at hand. Since we began helping the traders in Tailfeather, there have been many comings and goings between our 2 settlements. Yes, much coming and going. But this draws unwanted attention from the forest. Wild animals are drawn to the road, attacking our brothers and the fleshlings. The road is no longer safe for traveling. There are 3 places where most attacks occur. I will mark them on your map. Yes, 3 places that must be checked. Please look carefully and slay any beast that you find. Let's go, Kintamer. The Kokomato is ready to spray tasty greens. Be careful, the pest repellent is very pungent. I spilled it once. The smell was much too strong for me. Yes, much too strong. What the? Oh, by the gods. It's everywhere. Oh, my eyes are burning. I think this is meant for the crops. Oh, well, I think you missed a spot, but please, I beg you, mind your aim. Oh, God, why? I think I'm going to be ill. Oh, at least the bugs are gone now. Before you go, mind taking a trip to the Chocobo Forest? Those bugs have been eating up our greens every chance they get. And we have 2 traps out there, using them as bait. The last thing we need is our traps to be empty before the Chocobos find them. Of course. Insects swarming the Gissel Greens have been driven away. One trap left. Is it this one? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Looks like it. Insects swarming the Gissel Greens have been driven away. Hooray! Oh, you know what? I'm going to really quickly use the restroom, so we're going to hang out in Tailfeather for just a minute. I'll be right back. Let us continue. Destination taken care of. Aha. Didn't get to finish the dance, but that's fine. Okay. And we continue surveying. All right. You can turn these in and go collect fogweed.
Are the vermin gone? The tasty greens are safe. This is good news. Yes, yes, very good news. Hunters are always so thankful. At least we think so. Lucinette once said, "Bugger me if it isn't the best trick I ever saw." We don't understand. Bugs are bad for tasty greens, yes? Why does he wish to be a bug? Great Hunter returns uninjured. We are right to hire fleshlings for this task. To be honest, we knew this task would call for bear hunting, where they are so savage, towering high on their hind legs. Too much too dangerous. Yes, much too dangerous. We received this request a few days ago, but we waited. We knew waiting for fleshlings like you, Great Hunter, would be the best plan. That is why we try better in the future. Yes, next time we will try to be braver, like you.
Okay, let's do this first before we turn on another one. The Both Deft Arm is looking at the colony's store of muskets, shaking his head.
Well met, Master. Look how the Adventurers Guild has grown. Our roster is filled with eager Both, and their clients demand much more of us. Your contribution has been most welcome, indeed. Though we do not understand, and you hit the button too fast. I don't know what is going on anymore. Our hive is young. We lack the proper metalworks to forge better muskets. The Both, with such purpose, have been hard at work securing proper resources, but it will take a long time, too long. In the meantime, we must make do in other ways. I thought to ask Genelot, but he admitted he is not well versed in musket making. He spoke of the goblins, said they know a great deal about metalwork, but he said that they are constant travelers with no true home. It is difficult to discern when they will pass through the forelands.
I mean, you could talk to the people next door in the Icelands.
Edelshire, a goblin settlement in the hinterlands. How fortunate that you would know of such a place. Master, surely you could introduce me. What excitement I feel knowing I can travel to another journey. I am itching for the chance. I am preparing right now. Polish my musket, clean my mandibles. Meet me at the border in the west, guiding the stone door beyond the domain of the dragons.
All right. That seems to be a different direction than what I was thinking we were going to be heading. Let's get the rest of this stuff taken care of before we do that. Let's pick up some weed, dude. Nope, not there. Nope, that's not it. thought we'd. Oh, I'm in the same exact cutscene that guy in front of me was.
Who else could be? Thancred. It could be Thancred. We must hurry.
That doesn't look like Thancred. Not the guy from like the opening videos. Maybe it's our Warrior of Light. Oh, so we're both having moments.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Ascians forever.
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not. So you are the Warrior of Light, the savior of Eorzea.
And you are? I keep seeing you in the Intro videos.
It's a wonder you didn't come sooner. What with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Actually killed him a long time ago.
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Please.
Shall we show them?
Thancred? That looks like Thancred. Boy, he's upgraded his daggers. Yeah, but I feel there's a story here.
Not very sporting of you to interrupt. But so be it. Mark well our faces, warrior of light. For we are the warriors of darkness. Walkers of a different path. And we shall meet again.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
Yeah. Hey there, Thancred. You look like you've seen better days. Sorry, I didn't mean to make an eye joke.
Thancred! Are you all right?
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
That's a good point. Probably gonna turn around and come right back, but okay.
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
He's a drama queen.
My appetite for the dramatic? Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then, had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the life stream in the altogether. Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides. Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
Probably.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke?
Quite.
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement.
Nice.
From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
Well, you
And
and me.
thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more?
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed warriors of darkness. Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the warrior of light, I suppose.
Don't understand why, though.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
Quite. Well,
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
yeah, they seem to respond to the echo. Tis a mystery. Quest complete. Ophinol's Lust and Thought. Blessed with the power of the Echo and driven to put down primals, despite his declaration they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is it the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals should have wholly escaped our notice until now. Exactly. Surely we would have heard rumors and attempted to recruit them to our cause. I recall no such adventurers, and I would not soon forget their like, and nor would any of us, I think. One of our primary duties is to scour the city-states for promising candidates, which is how Ida and Palpamo found Pieter. Ah, the memories. Seems that only yesterday you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had the distinct impression that it was not the first time that band of merry men and women had killed a god. I labor to believe that a band of preternaturally gifted adventurers had been traveling the land, slaying primals without our knowledge. It would imply gross negligence on our part. Speculation will avail us not. There's far too much we do not know. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana is no more. Vidofnir must be informed. The news may render her more receptive. took some pain medicine for that headache that continues to build. No. Since you seem to have affairs here well in hand, I should take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of this colony is giving me a stinking headache. If you need me, I'll be with Master Matoya. I would beg your assistance for the search of Minfilia. Wait, Minfilia's missing? I thought she escaped with Pieter. I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence. Indeed. Quite a lot. A little slow, a little late.
I had not thought to see thee again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest the night, know that she hath long since departed for Ishgard.
My thanks for that, Ifnir, but it was not for her that we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours, Lord Ravana, who has been summoned by the North, has again been laid low.
Truly, once more you mortals have succeeded where mine own kind did fail. You have our deepest thanks.
Would that we could take the credit. The god fell by another's hand.
Another revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Nath will have no choice but to withdraw. But to another matter, I have tidings for thee as well.
Regarding the Ishgardian's invitation?
As promised, I brought the matter to my sire. Hearken to his answer now. For 1,000 years have I mourned my beloved, who gave her life to forge a peace thy king betrayed. Such was my lot, until a child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth, she wrapped herself in a dream. Yet the world will remember her deeds. For truth she fought, for justice she sinned, for redemption she redeemed and sacrificed and became as light. To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's convictions, be it for weal or be it for woe. Such is the folly and the glory of man and of dragon. He hath entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you who walk in the light.
Then you accept Sir Emmeric's invitation?
Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey unto Ishgard on behalf of my people.
We are honored to receive your answer, and will convey your words to our allies without delay.
Yes.
It is happening, Ysael. Would that you were here to say it.
Ooh, shoulders popping.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another.
Why is he walking through the broom?
Honorable men, to whom Sir Emeric was no hero, but a scheming patricide. Honorable men who would fain wash the paving stones of foundation with the tyrant's blood. Honorable men whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
Why were they walking through the broom is the question. Because, I mean, that's what you would expect walking through the broom as a highborn. At least that's what I would expect.
Camelot said the goblins are not like men. Could they be likened to dragons, I wonder, with gnashing teeth and... Master, they come. Their voices were toneless, but alluring. They repeated their message over and over. Halt your travels. Why do they try to interfere? It frustrates me, but I will not let them win. I will keep on to the hinterlands.
It is odd. This other mission, and then we'll fast travel. This headache. I think this is inside the mountain. I think I'm going to have to enter from outside. It is. Okay. There. To the 8th, right?
Pause, you smash the gemstone against the aetherite, nothing much happens. Out of habit, you attune to the aetherite, and once more, nothing much happens. Stock Extreme is now available. I'm headed to the Weeping City. Okay. Oh, wrong button. Not bad. Taco, Taco. What troubles you, Mistress Utota? We were told that some matter regarding the Void Ark was causing you no small measure of grief. Is she attacking the tree? Why? Oh, she's coming. Mistress Utata, what are you... Oof. Ugh. Couple attack. I feel so much better now. My apologies, Kate Sith. You had the misfortune to enter my field of view just as I felt the intense desire to squeeze something warm and fuzzy. It's this damnable ectocompass. I made another one, you see, identical in all respects to the first compass that robbed the Estoril. But look, it points in a completely different direction to where the Void Ark should currently be. I don't understand what I did wrong. I used the same plans and the same parts. I can imagine that would be infuriating. And you are certain there are no flaws in the design or the materials? Positive. I've tweaked and adjusted and replaced every single piece, but it refuses to function as intended. I'm on the verge of tossing the blasted thing over the edge. What do you make of this, Piotr? I don't think the compass is broken. I think it's pointing to the Void Ark, maybe. Yes, I'm inclined to agree. Judging by your previous work, it would seem unlikely that the compass itself is defective. We must consider other factors. Might you explain to us the principle by which the ectocompass tracks the Void Ark? Yes, Yanni Kitty. It all comes down to etheric signature. I discovered the Void Ark is encompassed by an energy of rather peculiar composition, so I simply tuned the compass to follow its unique trail. An energy of particular composition, you say? Of course. The Ark was propelled by the siphoned energies of void scent. Could it be the compass was tracking not the vessel itself, but the aether of the entities imprisoned within? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That would certainly explain why the compass now points in a different direction than one would expect. After all, Diabolos and the Shadow Queen are no longer on board the Ark. Are you implying if we plotted a course based on the readings from the ecto compass, we would arrive at the demon's doorstep, so to speak? Just so. Mistress Utata, assuming my theory is correct, we no longer require outside assistance to pursue our elusive quarry. Yay! No. Kitty's like, I need your love. He chumps on my arm. Stasia, what perfect timing. You won't believe the wonderful discovery we just... Huh? Talon airships have been spotted en route to our nest. If it's revenge they're looking for, we'd best head back and make ready for them. What? That's not good. We need to get that taken care of. Let's talk Leofard. Leofart? What an unfortunate name you have, Leofart.
Truce, Red Bill. We need your help to save Captain Radlia.
You're one of Radlia's favorites. You threaten my crew, steal our compass, and I come crawling to me for help? What kind of unholy mess have you cretins stumbled into? We took your damned compass, but it didn't show us to the ghost ship. We ended up in some moldy old ruins, lousy with void scent. Before we knew it, some sort of spider demon was knocking our ships out of the sky. The two of us managed to pull away, but we saw what happened to them as got caught on the ground. If the captain survived the massacre, she's stuck there with no wings to fly out again. Why don't you give him that link pearl a listen, Captain? Might be as well we can learn if Radley is alive or dead, at least. So much buzzing. Can hear a blasted... Wait. I'm getting some words. They're after Makaya artifact. Damn demons are search and hide. And then a bunch of screaming. Seems Radley is still kicking for now. Who knows for how much longer. If those screams are an act, then consider me fooled. I don't think the Talons are laying a trap here. I'd have a mind to leave Radley to her fate, but I never turn my back on an adventurer. Especially when the scent of treasure's in the air, eh? Now, tell me where you found those ruins. Will you help us then? You're a good man, Red Bill. We left the captain in the Yafim Sartmore, just northwest of Mordona. In Yafim, you say? Then you must speak of the ruined shell of Makai itself. By Shadow's black heart, could they be after the Nullstone? What is this, puss? You think you know what these fiends are after? Right, Utada, see that these Talons are patched up, and then have the Ramel ready to fly. And don't spread the oil. You know I love to hear her purr. Pieter, Stasia, bring the furball to my quarters, and we'll have ourselves a chat about our impending trip to Old Mak. Let's set up another dungeon. Leothard's chambers. I never imagined Diablos would seek to enter the old city. But I should have suspected as much when I learned the floodwaters had receded and left La Fame exposed. Right. Furball, let's hear about this artifact Diablos was searching for. If I am to speak of the Nullstone, then I must first explain the method by which Makai sorcerers would bind the Void Scent into service. The more powerful the Void Scent, the more difficult it is to manifest its presence in this world. Their own immense strength weighs them down, like an anchor, you see, preventing them from breaking the surface of our dimension. And that is why they cooperate with mortal sorcerers. A mage can provide the suitable vessel for the summoning, or with a large enough hole in the fabric of reality for the entity itself to break through. And let me guess, the mage forces the Void Scent to agree to a pact in return for the invitation into our world. That is correct, but it would be foolhardy to expect such devious and malevolent creatures to abide by the spirit of even the most carefully worded contract. Thus did the Magi construct an occult device that would more securely bind the Void Scent to their will, a safeguard of sorts, that to the best of my knowledge yet lies entombed within the remnants of the ancient city. The Nullstone was seen as a last resort. Should the Void Scent break its pact and turn on the summoner, the mage could use the relic to disperse the very essence of even the most potent entity, obliterating it completely. I can't see the Royals of the Void taking too kindly to a threat like that. Seems those sorcerers are just as ruthless as the monsters they summoned. When it came to the glory of the Mach, the ends justified the means. In any event, we can be certain that Diablos seeks to secure the Nullstone before it falls into mortal hands, and thereby ensure that Scoth will return and reign unopposed. Alright, so we know what the fiends are after. What I don't understand is why such a valuable relic was left behind when the mages knew a colossal flood was on the way. Its value was the very reason they chose not to risk its relocation. The Nullstone is kept within a structure constructed for the purpose, secured behind powerful wards, and protected by deadly guardians. And with the rising of the waters, they reasoned that the artifact would be sunk along with the city, far beyond the reach of vengeful Void Scent. And now the FM are more swamp than sea. The demons only have the wards and the guardians to deal with. And I doubt they'd be wasting their time down there in the mud, if they didn't have some trick to break through the wards. It'll be a race to see who can nab the treasure first. Which is just the sort of contest a Sky Pirate lives for. So if we slip into the ruins, pinch the relic, and rescue Radlia right under their fiends' noses, well, I suppose we could save her while we're poking around for loot. Alright, I'll grab the new compass from Mutada, so we know where we're going. Check your weapons, pack your small clothes, and meet me outside the landing when you're ready to fly. Look. We'll fly directly into Yafame from here. Once we arrive, you forge ahead with your band of adventurers, as you did in the park, in the Ark, Pieter. Just keep slicing into the depths until you reach that Nullstone. I don't want to risk getting knocked out of the sky like the Talon, so we'd best let a little ways out from the ruins and head on in on foot. The Furball says he knows the place well enough to guide you, so me and the Red Bills will follow behind on rescue duty. You concentrate on smashing the path through the artifact, and we'll check the nooks and crannies for Radley and her crew. Don't let the guard down once you've reached the ruins, though, eh? There's likely golems and such in there, and worse than the fiends outside, and you wouldn't want our hero losing his head now, would we? The Weeping City of Mach is now accessible. Duty Finder has been updated with a new regular duty. to Edelshire. All right, let's set this as a home point again and make one last trip to the restroom because, holy cow, apparently I drink too much coffee. Be right back. The cat likes to sit in my chair for some reason. Maybe it's because it's warm. Who knows? All right. Well, off we go. Actually, while we're here. Go backwards.
Backwards of keepings of knowings and data. What does Uplander wish to learn about? Ah, Uplander comes in search of Sid, yes?
Bo. My thanks for sharing your knowings, Backrix. These illuminations are indeed most hostile. The Illuminati are indeed most hostile. Ah, Peter, old friend. You haven't seen Ishtola, have you?
We actually just came from her.
Drained of all ether in a matter of mere moons. 7 hells. How much power does that thing need? Too much, plainly. Well, it sounds like we have an urgent dismantling job on our hands. From what Backrix has been telling me, the Illuminati are the most likely culprits. They have the knowledge to summon a primal and the requisite short-sightedness not to think better of it. Natical captures their philosophy well, I think. Their goal to being nothing less than the sole ownership of all the world's technology.
Needless to say, they're more than willing to kill anyone who stands between them and what they want. Quite how they managed to coax the primal into the husk of the Charlayan defense mechanism, I don't know. It looks like they made themselves a tiny little fortress inside the Colossus. We'll need to contend with them if we're to disable the thing. As for the task itself, simply destroying whatever serves as its engine should do the trick, assuming it is in fact mechanical. But before all that, we'll need to find a way in. Yet another bloody barrier.
Barrier is not new. Rose up 3 years ago after Grand Mage Slivery Shakes. Ruin was freed from Riverbend then. Rodrex was there, saw with my own 2 eyes.
Rodrox? Sorry, who is...
Daughter of Slowfix. Rodrox loves junk more than other copies. Was collecting then and is playing now. Look. Shiny junk and sparkly works. Bobby Bubs and Whirly cards.
I'm sorry for interrupting, Rodrox, but I need to ask you a question. When the ground shook 3 years ago, did something come bobbing up to the river's surface?
Bobbing? Nothing bobbed, silly Uplander. Ground makes slivery shakes when giant of curlyworks stood, and then magic wells came up too.
So it wasn't the tremor that freed the Colossus. It was the Colossus which caused the tremor, and you're absolutely certain you saw it rise from the waters, young one.
Uh-huh.
7 hells. I think someone tried and failed to summon it 3 years ago. But was it the Illuminati? Or...
Reflex comes to trade tongue drops, Uplander.
Ah, just the goblin. Slowfix tells me you're his resident expert on the Illuminati. Pardon me a moment while I consult my fellow Uplander. Peter, if I may make a suggestion. I'll speak with Brayflox and learn what I can of our opponents. In the meantime, could you investigate the Colossus itself? Biggs and Wedge are near where its hand landed on the shore of the Thanalik. Join them and see if you can't find a way inside the machine. Oh, and good luck with that barrier. Bull. Let's try over here first.
What's up, Biggs? Tell me all about this thing. Peter, come to see the Colossus, eh? The chief has us looking for a way in. Of course, there's a bleeding barrier on the thing. Another one. Luckily for us, when the big feller came down, his hand clamped on the shore here, punching a hole in its own defenses, leaving that round portal there unprotected. The trouble is, it's locked and doesn't seem to have a key. For want of a better idea, Wedge is listening to an Illuminati link pearl communications in hopes he'll mention the trick to opening it.
Dee-da-dee-da-dee-dee. Only one signal coming from inside the giant, and it's always the same pattern. I'm hearing it's a code. I'm certain it's a code. The Illuminati always use coded messages. From what I hear, they've developed a special kind of crystal specifically for transmuting link pearl waveforms. If we can get our hands on one, the chief's decoding machine here should theoretically be able to use it to untangle a meeting. Quite where we'd find such a crystal is another matter.
Does Uplander know Rodrex? She makes great collection of junk and things. Maybe is keeping crystal at short staff.
Wouldn't that be a stroke of luck? And it just so happens I've been working on a means to identify the crystal in question. Here, Peter, take this 3G7001B. Sprinkle that powder over this so-called collection and look for anything that glimmers. It should contain the material we need. We may have to borrow one of Roundrock's treasures, but I'm sure she won't mind if you tell her it's for a good cause. Alright. That one is locked at the moment. That one is also locked at the moment. Head back to where we just came from then. Goodbye. Amongst the jumble of bits and bobs, you spy a faintly glimmering stone. Excuse me for a moment, I need to borrow your glowstone.
What is Uplander doing, sneaky taker? Treasure belongs to Roundrocks.
I actually need this to get inside the big monster thing.
Uplander needs it? The giant of whirlycogs. But the glowstone is my favorite treasure of Roundrocks. Alright, but Uplander must promise to bring it back if Roundrocks will get very angry if not.
Sure, I'll bring it back, assuming I don't destroy it. I mean, lose it. I mean, it'll be fine. Hello, Hildebrand.
Hearken unto me, you dastardly rapscallions, you have nowhere to run. Reveal yourselves at once. I shall not ask you again. Come forth, grand sirs. Name yourselves, and answer for your misdeeds. Look quite old.
We'll take care of you, you whippersnappers. There, 1,000 worms, the silver spear which has pierced the very heavens. Orland! Master of magics, ancient and awesome, the divine hand which hath defeated all maladies, save senescence and incontinence. Goonspot! I mean Gonspot. Grand Sirs Excelsior.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Perhaps both.
Grandsires, grandsires, you stand accused of willfully and unlawfully convincing young maidens of Ishgard to attend private parties under false pretenses, thereby inflicting upon them terrible financial and emotional distress. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, and come on behalf of these poor, defenseless citizens, and to see that no others are made to suffer as they did. Now, lay down your arms and surrender yourselves into my custody.
The audacity of this boy. You should feel ashamed of your words and deeds. You will rue this day, and rue it hard. I'm a dragoon. To infinity. God shall have missed this. The air streaming past, the blood pumping, the taste of copper on my lips, the slight dizziness. It was on a day like this that we met, wasn't it? And when we soared into those azure skies, we never truly came back down. To infinity and beyond. Do mine eyes deceive? Pig's neigh of my heart, descended from Halon's halls, to give to me her bosom. Give me to her bosom, sorry. My beloved, my everything, long have I waited for this moment. Take me into your arms once more and lift me higher, higher, higher! 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 Higher!
He may find that it's difficult to get much higher.
Orland, Orland, Orland.
Alas, poor Orland, I knew him not in the slightest, but it seems he was a decent man. Cancer and attempted murder notwithstanding.
You'll rue this day, and rue it hard!
Meow. Meow, saith the kitty. Unfortunately, quickly ascending can cause the blood to rush from one's head. Wait, I've seen this before. All too recently. Ahem. Yes, anyway, he's only mostly dead. If the Master of Magic's ancient and awesome here acts with all haste, the man may yet be saved.
Oh, you're referring to me. I see. I see. With all haste, was it? Yes. Yes, I'll get right on that. Oh, mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command that I may smite. Oh, no, wait, that's not good.
Let me see. Something of a rather less controversial tradition, yes. Something with more pep. Vortex of biting winds to rend the flesh and smite my foes. Oh, I seem to have smitten somewhere. Foes, I thought you were friends. Huh? Sage Redette, bugger me with a bleeding gable. My back. Oh, my back. It would seem I've underestimated you lot.
That makes two of us? Enough, leave them be if you do not care what comes of the mammoth.
Gigi, but when? How?
I thought I recognized you. First in Ishgard and then in Edelshire. You've been following us since we left the capital. Fair faces, fair and fearsome, the midnight shadow, which hath deceived kings and queens. Doris. You can't possibly be so naive as to think we'd not see through your ridiculous disguises. And yet here you are, so effortlessly and easily lured into our trap, for which we are most grateful, mind. My companions are hardly cut out for life on the road. All has been in preparation for this moment. The parties, the petty schemes. From the first, the objective of this grand design has been this singular mammoth.
I swear to you, if you harm Gigi in any way...
We have no desire to hurt the boy, but we require his help to reclaim that which is rightfully ours, our youth. Here.
Oh, confound it, I cannot see.
Does seem to have the ability to turn back time. If I could turn back time. Damn it, they're very slowly getting away. Papa Hildy.
Gigi, stay strong, my son. I swear I shall find you.
You could move in some way.
12 strike me down for a fool. How desperate I was to seize the grand sirs that I failed to discern their true intent before it was too late. And now poor Gigi is in their clutches. What if I never see my beloved son again?
I suppose we are to be prepared for the worst. They could be halfway to Rad's at Han by now.
I very much doubt that, given that they were moving at Adamantoris' pace. Well, this little milksop's right. Let's go after the old buggers. That's what my mentor used to call me, among other things. Oh, the memories.
I think he's sleeping, or maybe he's just resting his eyes.
So it seemed the Grand Sir has been caught once more by the very inspector that was trying to catch them.
Ironic. I say how premature. We have them, yes, but they still have Gigi. Damn it, if only that manner of opportunity would present itself. Asking you shall receive, we can ambush that wizened dragoon, take him hostage, and demand an exchange.
Inquisitor Kerr, you disappoint me. A gentleman cannot condone the violent kidnapping and ransom of his elders. No, he should approach this problem as paragons of honor and virtue. Pieter will stalk and subdue the Grand Sir and relieve him of his armor.
How is stripping an old man naked more gentlemanly than taking him hostage?
Rest assured, I shall reveal all soon enough. Godspeed, Pieter.
Duh. Hello, Orland.
I knew you'd... Wait, who are you again? There's something awfully familiar about those muscular forearms, those strong yet tender-looking fingers. I say, would you be so kind as to massage my shoulders, young man? There's this lingering ache, this tension that gone spot can't seem to soothe with his magics.
Of course.
Move my breastplate. Oh, of course, how silly of me. Pray lend me a hand with these straps.
I'll be more than happy to undress you. Wait, that doesn't sound right at all.
Surely, young man, you are a saint.
That's what they tell me.
I swear, it is the little things you begin to anticipate. My dear departed wife used to help me with my armor, you know. Right. I should be seated to better receive your tender ministrations.
Well, let me give you a massage then. Because why not?
Oh, the healing tingle. Would that I had a tincture of salamander with which to treat these aches. My little pig's knee used to spread some on my chest and under my nose to help me sleep through the night. Come now, don't be shy. Work those soothing fingers into each and every knot. Slowly, make me forget my troubles.
Of course. Let me just rub you all over them.
Harder, higher, higher. Close your eyes and dream.
The dragoon stops snoring, suddenly stops, and you begin to fear you may have borne witness to his final moments. Leaning closer, you extend a hesitant finger, only to stop short, and a sudden spasm signals the redemption of his labored breathing. Let me take off your pants to help you with this. With utmost care, you remove Orland's sabatons and breeches, leaving the sleeping old man exposed to the elements, at the mercy of the nearby ravenous bears and tentacled mortals. May he rest in peace. Well, that's my gentlemanly deed for the day. Something about this seems a little dishonest. Or perhaps, uncouth.
Ah, my stalwart assistant. By your return, I gather you've taken care of the dragoon. And by taken care of, I mean afford him all due courtesy, as befitting a man of his years, while returning with the equipment I require.
Yep, here's your stuff.
Capital. Then without further ado, I shall disguise myself as Orland and free Gigi from captivity.
But you two look nothing alike. They may be old and slow, but they're not blind.
O ye of little faith, you are in for a treat, for you shall be having a front row seat to this magnificent display of Mandeville guile and subterfuge.
Is it time for dinner yet?
We just ate, you daft bagger. What in the hell's this Orland? I know he's got to take a piss every hour, but god damn it, he should at least be quick about it. Shots fired.
Speaking of copious amounts of urination, time for more water.
Greetings, fellow antediluvians. I've returned.
Oh, bollocks.
It's about time.
Oh no, that's bollocks.
Pack up your things. I want us back on the road in 10 minutes.
Before we do that, we must first release the young Gigi here. 'Tis behavior and becoming a gentleman to keep children in cages.
The seven hells you're blathering about. He's going to get away.
No, he will not. See? Still here within my care. Right then, on a completely unrelated note, I shall now take the boy with me on a brief sojourn into the wilderness.
Here you take me, it's working. He's about to walk out of there with Gigi, and they won't even try to stop him. Well, so far so good.
I'm cold and there are mobiles after me. It's me. But you're also me. But that can't be in this. This is it. This is the moment where my life flashes before my eyes. Oh, my dearest Pigsney, we'll be together at last.
Imposter, how dare you attempt to trick me with a ruse so hackneyed it would make a minstrel blush?
Hey, gods, I never realized dying would hurt so much.
Now is our chance, Gigi. Come with me.
Vivi, wait.
My son, what has gotten into you?
Vivi, where have I heard that name before? Remember who you are, Vivi, what you are, a creation of the great Charolayan Archmagus Quan. Quan, I was given life by Grandpapa Quan. I remember now, we lived together, and he taught me many things about the outside world.
Ah.
Vivi versus Gigi.
What exactly do you remember, my son?
Everything. Yes, everything. I remember that Grandpapa Quan created me, that he took care of me, raised me, and that we were very happy. But then he abandoned me. Grandpapa Quan abandoned me. He believed you were flawed, Vivi, that you lacked the power to turn back the hands of time and make him young again, and so in his ignorance he cast you out and died all alone. To turn back the hands of time, and what we witnessed in the Crozier, the Duke's priceless vase, that power can be brought to bear on people. But wait, how do you know all of this? You couldn't possibly have been associated with this Archmagus Quan. We found his journals, during one of our many trips into the Grand Library. Scavenging for valuable relics is one of the few ways we have left to make a living. We were famed heroes in the war of our prime, with fortunes to match, but no soldier has the strength to triumph over time, and before we knew it, the hour of the sheath was upon us. Ishgard no longer had need of our services, so we came here to eke out a living, to keep doing what we do best until our bodies would not let us. Imagine our surprise when we stumbled upon the opportunity of a lifetime, a second lifetime, as it were. This mammoth, with the power to take that which was broken and restore it to its prime state, to turn back time with its temporal magics and give us back our misspent youth.
Fury take me. This is also... I don't even know if there's a precedent to determine whether or not this constitutes heresy.
We knew where to look, even. With the journals, we determined that the mammoth was somewhere in the Western Highlands. A chance for a second chance was within reach. And then we were forced to watch as you imbeciles pulled Vivi from the snow, nearly ruining everything. Vivi, listen to me. Come with us, and we will help you unlock your true potential. Just think what you could accomplish were you to master your magics. Not only could you make us young again, but you may even have the power to restore life to the Archmagus Quan. Vivi.
Impossible. No magic can truly return the dead to us. At best, you can animate a corpse, and need not review the precepts to declare that the products of necromancy are abominations in the eyes of the Fury.
Gigi, wait. What of our adventures? What of our gazebo? You are a Mandeville mammoth.
You've always been so kind to me, Papa Hildy, and I will forever be grateful for that. But Grandpapa Quan made me. He made me, and I miss him. So even if it fails, I have to try.
What are you doing? They're getting away. We have to stop them.
Perhaps we must respect Gigi's decision.
Well, that's the end of that chapter, eh? You giving up and coming back home?
I, too, made a decision long ago to become a traveling inspector, and I have ever stood by it. Perhaps it is from this singular stubbornness of mine that Gigi took inspiration. Nay, I cannot abide it. He is my flesh and blood, my son. I dare not let him use his temporal magics to pervert the natural order. It falls to me, his father, to ensure that Gigi keeps to the righteous path and only utilizes traditional methods of zombification to rise the dead. Inquisitor Kerr, I must applaud your dedication to your work, and cannot thank you enough for all you've done on our behalf. Yet I fear that we continue as we are, Gigi may be driven to a rash action. Therefore, I would ask that you suspend your pursuit of the Grand Sirs for a time, that I might be afforded the opportunity to convince my son to return peacefully.
Well, seeing as how we can only guess at the full extent of Gigi's powers, that might prove dangerous to act aggressively should he choose to use them.
I knew you'd understand. Right then. There's no time to waste. Nashu, let us retire to a new gazebo and discuss our plans.
I suppose it would have been a shame if you get up that easily, though that means I'll have to stick around even longer. On the other hand, if that bloody mammoth's really got the power to make them young again, then... I think she's making plans. Worker. I said I'd spend my pursuit, and I will. But that doesn't mean I won't continue my investigation into that mammoth and its powers in Ishgard. Look. Wisdom in the Maker's Quarter, you say? This way, actually.
Doesn't look... If you don't find anything, you can always try blowing the hatch open. That armor does look pretty thick, though.
Peter. No burns I see. Oh, no reason. Tell me, did the 3G7001B reveal anything? I found your stone. Thank you, and you have my word that I'll give this back to Round Rocks when I've finished with it. Now, let's take a listen to what the Illuminati are really saying. Goodness, so that infernal beeping is gone.
Now it's a message, clear as day. Let's see, today's schedule for Gordius. Registration at 7th bell. Stop. Lost the Curl Cubs at 3rd bell. Stop. Rest and recuperation at 2nd bell. Repeat. Today's schedule for Gordius. Curl lousing. But I assure is the only message. This has to be some sort of jest. Don't be daft, Wedge. It's just another code. You need the proper crystal and the proper knowledge to understand it. Even the Illuminati should have known it wouldn't be so easy.
Quite the conundrum you have there. But it's your lucky day. I'll crack the code, assuming we can come to a little arrangement. I'm a treasure hunter by trade, and there's a certain something I want inside the giant. I will help you get inside, and you'll help me get out with it. Fair deal, no? The name's Mead, by the way. Charmed, I'm sure. You are aware the interior is almost certainly swarming with Illuminati, yes? Why do you think I came to you? There's strength in numbers, friend. Best we join forces, eh? Now, the words you intercepted are largely gibberish. But paired with the numbers, well, you'll see. 7, stop, 3, 2... Sorry, 7, stop, 3, stop, 2, wasn't it? 70302? Uh-huh. You, the big one. See the pipe stop the hatch? There ought to be a valve up there with the hand wheel. Imagine it's a clock. Try turning it right to 7, left to 3, and then back to 2.
All right.
Aha, we did it. We did it.
Well, we got in. We think we get in.
So the Illuminati have been announcing their way to enter the Colossus all along. Strange. Well done for cracking the code, anyway. I had less success, sadly. I'm afraid Brayflox knows a little more than we do about the Illuminati's plan for the Primal. Come, things aren't as bad as all that. We've found a way inside the machine. We just have to learn about it as we go. It's only a massive mammoth, after all. Stopping it should be as simple as destroying its core. If we send in a suitably intrepid team of surveyors, I don't see why we can't trace the machine's power back to the source via the struts and piping. And I know just the man to lead the party. What say you, Pieter?
Me? Oh yeah, I can do that.
And what of me, pray tell? I opened the way for this grand expedition of yours. Surely there's earned me a place in your little band to help for my treasure. You did as you promised, and you may do as you will now. But only so long as your treasure hunt does not endanger the mission. I'd join you if I could, but there's something I need to see to first. I'll leave Biggs and Wegs here in case of emergencies. Good luck, my friend. Blah. Uh-huh. The Fist of the Father is now accessible. Now access the Fist of the Father. Gordius will be accessible via the entrance to the Maker's Quarter. This law. Ardashir. Paladin, monk, warrior, dragoon, bard. Okay. To White Mage, then. The fabled Azaz's Law. I'd heard stories, but who would believe such a technological marvel could exist, and floating in the sky at that? If only my master could see me now. But this is not the time to be gawping. Come, let us begin our work on the anima weapon. Boom. Waiting for an expected proposal. Anima weapons, a new saga begins. Soul without life. Please note that upon completing the quest Soul Without Life, you receive an anima weapon for a white mage. It seems eager to bring anima into being. Choosing classes or jobs will prevent progress during this quest. Class job specific quest. I take it you're ready to proceed? Excellent. Geralt has already begun work on the weapon, which will serve to contain the anima. Difficulty lies in sustaining a thing long enough for the transfer to take place. But with the appropriate stabilizing materials, I believe it should be possible, provided we act quickly. I brought several soulstones with us, so you needn't worry about that. I shall see that one is fitted to your weapon. The only needful things I do not possess, currently, are crystals capable of handling the quantities of aether required for our work. To be specific, we'll need astral and umbral nodules. With it, we are working back at Raz Athan. I knew of a merchant there who could sold them. Costly though they were, it would never be wanting for supplies. Perhaps Mistress Rowena would know of something, or know of someone willing to trade. Maybe you'd be willing to speak to her on my behalf. No doubt, whoever she refers you to will not part with them readily. I trust you'll be able to come to some manner of arrangement. In the meantime, Geralt and I will finish preparations for the anima weapon. Safe travels, friend. Okay. Be of service. All right. Decisions or adventures are my specialty. Thy will be done. Yeah, grab those monies. Will not as I will resume my venture. Plus, this is worth my while. That's what you asked for, yes? Take it. Okay. I think that's it. Next time I have a more meaningful task for me. Well, let's get this going. Okay, achieved now. We also need to sell some stuff. Let's take a look at... Nope, not melts. Minions. Oh, Rowena. Well, if it isn't my favorite, adventurer, how's that animal weapon coming along?
I'm just coming by to check on it, actually.
Astral and umbral nodules. Might be a Sunny will have what you're after. She's a jeweler by trade, but her work with crystals is something to behold, just let me tell you. They say she can strip them of elements, charge them up with new ones, and even make them out of thin air, if you believe that sort of thing. Can't vouch for the rumors myself, but her profits say plenty. She can be a bit picky about clients, but you being a warrior of light and all, I'm sure your sparkling reputation will catch her eye like the crystals she's so fond of. If you go upstairs, you'll find her out on the terrace. How do I go upstairs? Here we are. Should be over here, maybe? There she is. Symphony. Ah, the Warrior of Light. What a pleasant surprise. No need to be alarmed, my dear. It's my business to know all of Eorzeir's treasures, be they material or mortal. But tell me, to what do I owe the pleasure? Well, I'm here to try to get some good stuff from you. Astral and umbral nodules. My, I see you are a man of unusual tastes. Might I ask what you plan to do with these curious crystals? I need to buy a super weapon to kill everything. I mean, to be a doomsday device. I mean, to kill demons. Essence akin to the soul. I suppose such peculiar work would call for crystals of equally peculiar nature. Well, you were wise to seek me out. I've dedicated my life to the study of crystals, and I cannot bear the thought of knowing that the crystals there I could not procure. Mind you, these are no mere baubles or trinkets you ask of me. Crystals of such purity are not easily come by, but too also are so rich in astral umbral aspected energies. Still, with the proper materials, I believe it can be done. It will require a great deal of aether, obviously, and specific persuasion. I'm informed that when a man falls in battle, a residual energy hangs in the aether long after his spirit is returned to the life stream. This energy can infuse crystals in the vicinity with a purity not often seen in nature, a purity essential for that which you desire. I can use these crystals, luminous crystals I call them, to imbue empty ones with the astral and umbral energies necessary to create what you seek, but I will require one crystal of every element. They're not so easy to come by, of that I can assure you. You'll likely have to scour every elm of Eorzea to find them. Notice how unfrightened I am of this prospect. However, there may be one other way to acquire the aether we need. It requires something of a rarer sort, something much more precious than luminous crystals. As I mentioned before, it's my business to know all of Eorzea's treasures. And if the rumors are true, there exist certain weapons of dead legend said to have slept in the souls of countless enemies. In fact, a certain great hero who wields one of these weapons is supposedly working with a young researcher somewhere beyond the Sea of Clouds. Though this is only what I've heard, I will not hold you to ransom on the strength of mere hearsay. Even so, the rumors of these weapons are not so easily dismissed. Embodiments of war are veritable reservoirs of soul energy. If you were in possession of such a weapon, creating those astral and umbral nodules would be child's play. Or you could simply collect the requisite luminous crystals. I will assist you all the same. I leave the choice to your fabulously capable hands. Blah. Do you like my sports bra? Please possess Zodiac Weapon Zeta and exchange it, both the astral and umbral nodules. Excalibur Zeta may be exchanged together with the Aegis Shield Zeta. Please note, however, the Zodiac Weapon Zeta will be lost upon completing this exchange. Alternatively, players may acquire the astral and umbral nodules in exchange for elementally aspected luminous crystals. These crystals may be obtained, albeit at low probability, by participating in fates in certain areas. Luminous wind crystals may be obtained in fates in the Sea of Clouds. Luminous fire crystals may be obtained in the fates of Az's Law. Luminous lightning crystals may be obtained in fates of the Churning Mists. Luminous ice crystals may be obtained in fates in the Corithus Western Highlands. Luminous earth crystals may be obtained from fates in the Dravanian Lowlands. Luminous water crystals may be obtained in the fates of the Dravanian hinterlands. Players will receive their astral nodule in exchange for the luminous wind, fire, and lightning crystals. Players will receive the umbral noodle in exchange for the luminous ice, earth, and water crystals. Luminous crystals may be obtained, albeit in low probability, by participating in fates in the aforementioned regions of the Disciples of War magic, regardless of level. The information can be reviewed in your journal by speaking with somebody at any time. Can I buy them? Because that's the option I want. I'm really not interested in a scavenger hunt. That's pretty well doomed to fail, because that's what you just described to me. Okay. What I need to do is I need to head to New Gridania so I can use the shop. And while I'm there, I'll go ahead and do the Santa Claus mission. Alright, let's start with the thing I should not be able to do. Astral nodule. Okay, I can't do that. That makes sense. Let's try umbral nodule. Shouldn't be able to do that either. Yep, okay. So, the other option, luminous crystals. Can't do that either. You're gonna make me do fates every freaking where. Which I'm not interested in at all. Let's try Zodiac Weapon. Shouldn't be able to do that either. Right. Okay. I don't really care for scavenger hunts. Alright, let's do this Christmas mission. Because, man, I'm so well dressed for it.
Pardon me, are you an adventurer? Allow me to introduce myself. I am, perhaps I should remove my beard.
Much better. The Starlight Celebrants, I'm Gratitude at your service. I'm ever so pleased to meet you during this most sacrosanct of seasons. In commemoration of the Asgardian knights who once sheltered needy orphans from the cold, we strive to deliver joy and comfort to all younglings each Starlight celebration. This year we pay particular tribute to the figure at the heart of the Starlight legend, the snowy-bearded captain dubbed the Saint of Nymea. As you can see, we have commissioned replicas of his fur coat, his red coat, and fluffy white beard. How better to delight the children than by distributing presents of the saint himself, after all? So far we have been successful in spreading starlight cheer. However, it seems there's a particular youngling who finds our felicitous festivities quite distressing. Yeah? Were I free to wander, I'd reach out to them myself and provide what aid I could. Alas, my duties as celebrant require my attendance here. Might you assist this child in my stead? I'm sure they would welcome the insights of an adventurer such as yourself. Yeah, sure, I can do that. Should I come dressed like this? I'm most grateful. Let me summon the young lady who first brought this matter to my attention.
Being dressed as a Krampus will work, right?
Hello, my name is Selene. It's nice to meet you, mister.
Likewise.
As I told Miss Grajaji, I've seen a boy around here who... Oh, look, there he is, over there.
I guess he didn't come to play this time either. That boy's been watching the stage from a distance ever since preparations began. At first, I thought he must be excited about this Starlight celebration, but he always looks so sad. That's why I thought I'd be inviting him to play. But when I called out to him, he just ran away.
Comforting others when they're troubled is a very kind thing to do. You did well to try, Celine.
I just think nobody should be alone during this Starlight celebration. He keeps coming back, so I'm sure there's something he's worried about. Maybe he's too shy to ask for a present. Either way, I'm worried about him. Would you help me make sure he's okay, mister?
No.
Hooray.
Then I'll leave this matter to your capable hands. I believe the boys run off toward the Whistling Miller. Perhaps someone there knows more about him.
Let's ask around. Please tell me if you learned anything. I'll be sure to do the same.
Bon. Seasonal event quest accepted. Well, somewhere around here there should be a child, maybe? Cheerful cherub.
That boy who always comes to stare into decorations? I know him. I mean, I've seen him around before. I don't know his name. I don't think I've ever seen him smile.
That's a problem. Everyone needs to be smiling during Christmas time. All the time.
Oh, you mean Kenny. I heard he moved here from Moldar recently. Can't tell you much more than that. Makes a point of keeping to himself.
Watchful Whaler.
Boy, yes, ran straight past me toward the Great Loam Growery.
The growery, you say?
Let us go. So, did you learn anything?
Yeah, apparently he's died of growery and he came from Moldar and he's like sad.
So his name is Tenny. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go to the Great Loam Growery. Bye, mister.
Alright. That's the wrong button. There we go. That's the one I wanted. Apparently he's heading back in the corner over here. Yep, I see him.
Who are you? Some kind of adventurer?
Bon.
He is. And my name is Celine. You were at Mikato's amphitheater earlier, weren't you? Would you like to go and join the Starlight celebration with me? My friends will be there too. We can all play together. Your friends? Are they really nice? Do you not want to? It's not that. It's a long story. Oh, I have time. I just moved here from my father's job. And I know there's no point in moping about it, but I really, really miss my 3 friends back in Ul'dah. During Starlight, we'd show each other what toys we got, and eat too many sweets, and find all the best decorations in the city. We'd have so much fun. And each time we'd promise to play together in the next year. But now, you're all the way in Gridania. I used to love the Starlight celebration. Now all I can think about is leaving my friends behind and betraying my promise. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings by asking you to play. No, it's all right. You didn't know. But, Tenny, doesn't this mean you'll never be able to enjoy the Starlight celebration without feeling guilty? There must be something you can do. Mister, you're a grown-up. What do you think? Nothing turns friendship cupo like Mool mail. You send them something in the mail. Mail. That's it. We could send them presents. That's a lovely idea. Everyone loves getting packages. That way you'll be celebrating together at a distance. What should I give them? Something you can only get in Gridania.
Ho, ho, ho. The answer to that is simple.
That snowy white beard. That's the real thing. You're the Saint of Nephelmia, aren't you?
Quite. Young Tenny, you need to look no further than your own two hands. For presents crafted from the heart are presents full of heart. Especially when using real hearts. I shall rigorously assist you in every step of your creation, as both an artisanal saint and saintly artisan.
I don't really understand, but thank you. I'll help too. That way your presents will be crafted in half the time. Really? All right then, thanks.
Master Adventurer, might we rely upon you to deliver Tenny's gifts once they are prepared? Though we can post them by more conventional moguls, a child's hard work and dedication ought to be hand-delivered by only the most trusted individual. And as you're both emotionally invested in Tenny's happiness and currently standing before me, I bequeath the task to you. You will do it, yes? Excellent. Then we shall realize these creations ere the spinner slushes her dog. In the meantime, I would have you apprise our Geraghty of our efforts. Once you have relayed your report, return here for the requisite packages. Chop, chop.
Well, I'm dressed like a Krampus. Maybe I should switch into reindeer garb? Welcome back.
Were you able to speak with the boy?
Yeah, actually, he wanted to send send presents to his friends.
I see. To be separated from one's friends is heartbreaking indeed. I only wish I too could help in some way. Oh, I know just the thing. I shall transform you into a saint. I have Saint Nemia's costume that I would be most happy to gift you. Tenny's friends would be delighted for a visit of the Spinner's anointed herald. Accept this with my warmest wishes, dear adventurer. I know you won't let us down.
All right. And to get dressed as Santa Claus. Hat doesn't seem to work. Oh well. I'm used to that.
Without further ado, let us transform you to the Saint of Nemea. I have no doubt you'll look every bit the part of the costume I gave you. You must equip the items, but I already did. If you don't have them, you can buy them. Incredible. I feel as though I'm addressing the very captain of legend, especially with no beard on. Now then, pray return to the Great Loam Growery and collect Tenny's presents. The happiness of precious younglings is in your hands.
All right. Let me do that then. I I'm dressed as a saint. You just have to take my word for it.
And the presents are ready. Thought it might take longer, but the Saint of Nemea showed up and showed us how to weave them in no time. We made 3 bracelets, one for each of my friends.
Well, yes, friendship bracelets. I know those. You said you'd take them to Odahl for me, right? Our friend Momola always hangs around outside the quicksand, so you should start there. If the others aren't with him, he'll tell you where to go. I don't know how to properly thank you for this, but thank you, mister. No worries. One ticket to Odahl, please. Actually, let's go to Ruby Road. What's up, Boomalao? Yeah, I'm Boomalao. What have you got for me? I have a bracelet for you. From Tenny? Oh, Tenny. You big dummy. We've all been a mess since you left. Not the same without him. But now you know that some things will never change. Now I know some things will never change, no matter how far apart we are. He's still the same old Tenny. He's still celebrating Starlight with us. Yeah, do you know where his friends are? He's in gifts for all of us. Someone's going to cry. I can feel it. Let's see. Larkin said he'd be in the Gold Court, and Uthral had to do something near Miniveris Sarkarium. Thanks, mister. Tell Tenny happy Starlight for us. You sure it's not Mary Starlight? Why would he say Mary Starlight? Who says Mary anything? That doesn't make any sense. Why would I want to marry a holiday anyway? Larkin.
Hello, mister. I've been very good this year. Can I ask my friends?
There you go. Have a friendship bracelet.
Handmade from Tenny. I'm not crying. I just got snow in my eye. Last year, we all stood right here and made a promise to celebrate Starlight together, and Tenny remembered even though he moved away. And I thought that was the end for us. But friends always find a way, right? And Tenny will always be our friend. You tell him I said that, okay?
Well, that was fun. I am looking for crying children. You know where any are? Hey, I'm trying to find some crying children. You look like you're crying.
How do you know my name? Is that a package for me?
It actually is.
Tenny sent this? He made this? I guess he didn't forget about his mates after all. It's funny, I just finished wrapping a gift for Tenny, too, a gift from all of us. He wanted something with our names on it, so we pulled our pocket money together and got him a bracelet. Great minds think alike, huh? Anyway, if we're headed back to Gridania, could you take this to him? It'd mean a lot to us.
Well. I've got you, fam. Tenny's gifts have been successfully distributed. Now make your final delivery, one addressed to Tenny himself. the airship landing. Back to Gridania. Don't actually care about any of that gold saucer business. Man, we got less than an hour left before lunch. Time is flying. I must be having a good time. The Botanist Guild. Hey, have you seen a small child crying around here? There he is.
You find everyone? Did they like their presents?
I have a present for you, too.
This is... a bracelet. And look, they carved their names onto it. Mamalau, Larkin, Arthaniel, and Tenny. They must really miss you, too. If this isn't proof of your friendship, I don't know what is. I never thought they'd send me something. And it's a bracelet, too. Great minds do think alike, huh?
No.
I'm so glad everything worked out. Now you can enjoy the Starlight celebration without any more worries. Celine, thank you for helping me. I really was happy that you invited me to play before. So I hope, will you still be my friend? If you silly. I am already your friend. Huh? Really?
No. All's well that ends well. Well, I'll be going now. To the amphitheater. And I delivered the stuff just like you said.
Not only were these handmade presents happily received, but Tenny's friends sent in a thoughtful gift as well. None could ask for a better display of Starlight spirit. You've brightened many a young face today in your role as Saint of Namia. It truly warms my heart. Still, it can't help but wonder if Tenny's friends knew how fitting the gift of woven bracelet is.
It's a friendship bracelet, right?
In certain lands, such bracelets are customarily exchanged as a symbol of friendship, and it's said the intertwining strands represent lasting bonds.
Yep, I'd heard that before.
No doubt these younglings will enjoy each other's companionship for many a starlight to come. He came to say thank you. Thank you, Miss Grajani. Thank you, mister. I'm grateful that I was the only one to keep my promise. Sorry, I was grateful that I was able to keep my promise to my friends and make another one along the way.
No.
I'm glad to hear it. After all, the Starlight celebration is meant to be enjoyed with everyone we cherish, be they near or far. Now then, what say you both to receiving your gifts? I gave those two their presents earlier, but they seem to be in search of companions. Well, let's invite them to play, Tenny. Yeah, we can all celebrate together. There you are.
I'm glad everyone could become friends.
The Savior had chosen to shield younglings from winter's wrath and provide them with every happiness the season could afford. Yet not all gifts are within the saint's power to deliver. The gift of friendship, for instance. Forsooth, we only teach them to make pretty things and encourage from afar. May their starlights be bright and their friendships everlasting. Ho, 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 ho. Here, have some chicken. In Japan, you always celebrate Christmas with chicken. Because KFC. And Garanji brightens when she sees you, glancing at a sack brimming with starlight goodies. Perhaps I might persuade you to continue your work as Saint of Nemea? Well, splendid. Britannia ever the merrier for it. Donors from across the realm have sent us a wide array of delights this year, so I would have you distribute them to younglings and pass by the amphitheater. Well, I won't insist on the costume. You know you look very well in it. I shall leave the decision to you. Right.
I'm looking for children to give away gifts to. They're all clothing-based.
With a child approaching the amphitheater, reaching in your bag, you select a deluxe Bismarck pound cake.
Here, now take this to pound your enemies.
Hooray! Thanks, mister.
Well, this is rather unexpected. Sorry, that's the wrong voice. Well, this is rather unexpected. I had but just finished attending to state business, and I thought to observe these celebrations ere I returned to Limsa Lominsa. I understand the Bismarck donated baked sweets to be distributed as gifts. Though I have a little familiarity with the Starlight celebration myself, one does not soon forget the joy of receiving such festival delights as a child. I pray the Bismarck's contribution provides Eorzea's young ones with many a fond memory. Thank you for your assistance. I trust the younglings enjoyed their presents. Should you have further time to spare for saintly duties, do not hesitate to return, and may you have a very happy Starlight adventurer. Perhaps I might persuade you to continue your work as a Saint of Nemea. Splendid! Britannia will be ever the merrier for it. Donors from across the realm have sent us a wide variety of delights this year, so I would have you distribute them to younglings who pass by the amphitheater. Well, I won't insist on the costume. You should know you look very well in it. I shall leave the decision to you.
Well, of course they have to be dressed like Santa.
See a child approaching the amphitheater, reaching into your bag of gifts. You select the second one. A pair of warm fennel boots.
Here you go, kiddo. Yep. Use this to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Stop accepting gifts.
Thank you for dedicating time to play saint for the younglings. Seeing the city awash with their bright smiles is but one virtue of this fine festival. Were those not fennel boots you just gifted now? Cantilia is known for its sturdy shoes, so I imagine that child will be afforded endless hours of play. I used to run through these woods as a youth, and I can assure you that feet are the first to feel winter's bite. How reassuring to know our children will spend the coldest season in warmth and comfort.
I'm glad to hear it. Bye-bye, y'all.
Thank you for your assistance. I trust the younglings enjoyed their presents. Should you have further time to spare for saintly duties, do not hesitate to return. May you have a very happy starlight, adventurer. You want to do some more?
Of course.
Splendid. Gridania will be ever the merrier for it. Donors from across the room have sent us a wide variety of delights this year, so I'd have you distribute them to younglings who pass by the amphitheater. While I won't insist on the costume, you should know that you look very well in it. I shall leave the decision to you.
So, child approaching the amphitheater. You reach into your bag and pull out Sunsilk's Tapestry's winter coat. Winter coat should protect you from the weather. Try not to freeze to death, kiddo.
Yeah. Bye, mister. So you're the saint of Nemi I've been hearing so much about. I snagged an invitation from the Adventurers Guild hoping for some seasonal refreshment. And between all the smiley youngsters and twinkling lights, I haven't been disappointed. That garment you just handed off was a Weavers Guild craftsmanship, wasn't it? I recognize that style anywhere. A certain fancy guild maker's gonna hear about how well that poppet liked his present just as soon as I get back to Oda. And if he doesn't melt in rose oil on the spot, I'll eat my proverbial hat.
Okay, I'd love to see him eat his hat, I guess. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your assistance. I trust the younglings enjoyed their presents. Should you have further time to spare for saintly duties, do not hesitate to return, and may you have a very happy starlight, adventurer.
It seems like that's all that happens here, so let's move on. Alright. I'm not particularly interested in this mission anymore. That's the duty. Don't trust anyone over 60. The Foundation.
The epic music begins.
I see you're fit to return to the capital as well. The Inquisition has a rather large collection of heretical tomes, including many of Surlain origin. I had a mind to scour them for information on temporal magics. This is, of course, for the sake of confirming the mammoth's heretical origins. Yes, only that. Why are you looking at me like that? As if to imply my interest in these matters is more than a professional one. I'm sure I don't know what you're not talking about. Thank you, Peter. That will be all. Time for some more zombification. Sewer inspector. Here's a man at the end of his tether. We need to speak, Pieta. I have been scouring the archives for any information regarding temporal magic since last we spoke, and the results have been rather troubling, to say the least. As you may or may not be aware, ancient Alag is portrayed in the Kidiran as a cautionary tale. A great empire brought low by its vanity and hubris. However, there are certain apocryphal texts in which the Alagans are cast in a more sympathetic light, if not outright exalted. It was in these texts that I found reference to temporal magics once wielded by Alagan mages. Said magics could be used to halt or even reverse the temporal state of a given object.
If these accounts are to be believed, and if Gigi's abilities and these magics are one and the same, then it may well be possible for him to turn back the hands of time for the Grand Sirs, much as he restored the Duke's priceless vase. That being said, there is no telling how this will work with regards to a living being. Consider, if you will, that the vase was filled with water when it shattered. Even if the vessel were restored, what would become its former contents? Would it be filled with water as before, the very same, every drop returned? Or would it be different water? Or would the water once spilled be forever lost? I speak of the soul, my friend, for even if one could use these magics to restore the dead to life, would they be as they were before, with all the same thoughts and memories and feelings? The Grand Sirs are convinced that they can regain their lost youth, and mayhaps they can, but the dead who have entered into Helone's halls cannot return. They cannot. Yet Gigi is nevertheless resolved to try and resurrect Archmagus Quan. Speaking of which, according to some Charlayan texts in the archives, Archmagus Quan was an accomplished scholar known for his study of ancient Allegan magics. Further evidence that Gigi's abilities are likely derived from ancient traditions, I suppose. But more importantly, I learned the location of the Archmagus' former residence. Perhaps we could find something of interest there, something which could help us persuade Gigi to change his course. I had in mind to summon Inspector Hildebrand and make that journey there together. Would you be willing to join us? Look. Excellent. Then let us be about our business. I saw you, heretic. I beg your pardon, are you accusing me of being a heretic? Yes. You, Inquisitor Carr, I saw you sneak into the archives and sneak out the forbidden tomes. Saw mad light in your eyes you partook of that forbidden knowledge. Oh, for the love of... I did all that for my investigation. Ha ha! You admit your crimes. Then, that you did secretly, without permission, in blatant contravention of our rules, read forbidden tomes, and then by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the supreme, sacred tribunal of Hellenic Inquiry Doctrine. You stupid ignorant. Are you so desperate to keep your goddamn jobs you'll go around rousing all the world and his wife of heresy? Is that what you've been reduced to? I'm sick and tired of looking for heretics in every bloody shadow, of trying to guess the secret sins of everyone I meet. It's stupid and pointless, and we're better than that, damn it. We are better than that. Huh? If you'll not surrender yourself, then I have no choice but to inform my superiors. Yes? Well, that all came tumbling down, didn't it? I suppose there's no point in trying to convince myself that I have no personal investment in this matter, or that I still have a professional one. Somewhere along the way, I stopped looking for the guilty and started looking for the truth, I suppose, and the way to help those in need. But there's no place for people like that in the Inquisition, is there? It's only a matter of time before the stuttering fool came back with an armed guard. Let us depart for Edelshire at once. We need to find the inspector. Quest accepted. I'm just right over here. Right, let us not keep Sir Emmerich waiting. You're quite well, Thinkford. Yes, quite well. Forgive me. You've given me rather a lot to digest. This whole affair with the Ishgardians and the Dravanians and our friends nowhere to be found. So it seems there's no end to our troubles. We can face them head-on, one at a time. For now we must apply ourselves to our allotted tasks and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, we found you as they found me. In time we'll find Ida and Palpamon and Philly as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, one which we'll look back on together. Pray do not misunderstand. I do not mean to imply that it would be otherwise. I only wish that I'd rejoined our grand adventure at one of its more triumphant moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the moon here is less than celebratory. But I have no doubt that we will enjoy many more glorious victories soon enough. You may rest assured I will play my part in them to the very hilt. Though. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. Let's talk to Lucia, shall we? You've returned. In this, at least, the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. It pleases me to inform you that Vladimir has accepted Sir Emmeric's invitation. She has. These are glad tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Is he otherwise engaged? Only sleeping with a knife in his gut. What? What happened? Will he live? The Scourgeons tell me he'll make a full recovery, but that Lord Edmund and Lord Arto are not on hand when the assassin struck. He would not have been so fortunate. For mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the killing blow. Attack was just the beginning, though. Not long after, buildings all around the city, including several of ours, burst into flame. Bastards caught us completely by surprise. We've been dousing the fires, but every one we put out seemed to 2 more start up. Casualties are mounting, especially in the broom. It is plain these fires were started by the assassin's conspirators. Until they have been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? Oh. Then let us be about it. All right. Let's see if we can solve the problem then. Lucia would begin the hunt for the arsonists without delay. The flames are spreading. We must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found. Suspects must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise locations where the fires were set? Perhaps there will be a pattern. If there is, we'll be able to discern it. Sorry, if there is, we have yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city in both pillars and foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, I think it best to divide our forces. Master Alphinaud and Mistress Eastola, I'll have you take charge of the investigation in foundation. If you wish. Mayhap Tataru will be of assistance as well. Maynard Pieter and me get the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogue striking a pose over there be joining us? Thank rid of the scions of the Seventh Dawn, and may I say what a pleasure it is to meet you too, my lady. I bet. Name's Ilda, a scion, eh? And there I was thinking I'd found a fellow ruffian amongst these illustrious personages. I will remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching effort. If you learn aught of value, pray inform me immediately. That is all. While we could begin by sifting through the charred rubble and questioning random passers-by, in my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know things he or she should not. Actually, the bar owner seems to know a lot of things like that. Oh, aye, the infamous Lord Edmund de Fortemps, lover of women and wine, though neither care for him much. They say he could gossip for Ishgard. Just the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion, Pieter. He'll be at the Crozier, most like, making an effort to be seen. Let's go and see him. Grizzled I would accept, but old? Continue lettuce. Or perhaps let us continue. 20 minutes till lunch. Aha! Alright, where am I heading? The Jeweled Crozier. Millennium. Well, well, if it isn't Pieter, dearest of my friends. You're looking rather glum. Something the matter, old boy? Yes, actually needing some information. Ah, yes, the arsonists. Dreadful business, that, and awfully curious, wouldn't you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it at all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, although, well, most of the other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames, after all. Oh, in case you're wondering why the Hopland is awash with refugees. Am I saying the right voice for this guy? Ah, that's his voice, there. Oh. In case you're wondering why the Hopland is awash with refugees, the lower levels of the vault have been opened to those unfortunate souls who've lost their homes. Sir Amric's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man. Not even the knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old boy, if you're thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the Hopland. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed and despondent young maidens. Wait a moment. I know what that is. You're giving me one of your looks, aren't you? You're doing injustice, old boy. I'll have you know my heart yearns for but one rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you remain unconvinced. Well, I will help to prove the purity of my intentions. I shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now, run along and catch those arsonists. Well, that was not entirely what I had hoped for. Whose idea was it to come here again? There. My cat's claw got stuck, and so I unstuck him. Never mind. For the next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. You question the refugees of the Hopland Pieter. I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Would you be so good as to join me, Hilda? You know what? I reckon I would. Can't have you roaming about in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome now, can we? You only got rubbed blind and left shivering in your small clothes. Well, glad we can all help each other out. Meanwhile, I'm going to go look around for something around here. Let's talk to the Vault Priest. Come, my brothers and sisters, there's food and shelter enough for all in the Basilica. Heaven's blessings upon you, Father. I confess, we're not sure we would come. There's so many unbelievable things these days by the Archbishop and Sir Amric and the Dravanians. Trust in your heart, brother. Pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Do you require succor as well, sir? I'm actually trying to find troublemakers. You know of any? So the Temple Knights have begun their investigations at last. Good. This madness has gone on far too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and make the Fury guide your steps. There was a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window, and there was smoke everywhere. So hot I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. I suppose I must have climbed. Maybe my arm's getting better after all. What's up, unruffled refugee? Ours was one of the first homes to be claimed. I don't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the clothes on our backs. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what I'd do. So did the church start the fires? So that they could go save everyone? That would be dastardly. All right. Leap from the gazebo. Freedom! There you are. Anything to share?
Well, apparently the church is helping everyone.
It will require more than muddled testimony of traumatized girls in order to identify the culprits. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scenes of several of the fires, including one near St. Renald's Cathedral, and another near the Tribunal. For mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. Some might say they were spared by the grace of the Fury, and others might question how such a ruthlessly efficient arsonist contrived to fail so miserably in the two occasions where their target was a bastion of Ishgardian orthodoxy. Again, cast suspicion on the church. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does give one cause to wonder. Often one would doubtless have an opinion. Okay, 15 minutes. To the broom. And the best music in the game so far. What's going on, Alfino? Silence will avail you not, sir. Pieter. I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we've detained a suspect. We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings, although an eyewitness. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the fires broke out. He wished to have words. He did not, so we insisted. Let me go, damn it. You got the wrong man. My, but you do reek of oil. Have those burns on your hands. An occupational hazard, I suppose. But tell me, does arson pay well? I'm a victim. You may still look at me. Aye, that you are, after a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun us a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I'll grant you. But then these highborn types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you rabid and begged us to put you down. Oh, that's bollocks. He's the one who told me to keep going. Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the Fury's work, he said. I had left it behind, tried to with all my heart. Said me prayers every day like a good man. They come to me. He came to me. And there you have it. Hilda, would you be so kind as to escort our friend here to the congregation? Aye, as long as you don't mind his limping when he gets there.
Well, that was incredible, Thancred. How did you know he'd confess?
Well, I've seen his like before. A troubled soul, manipulated by men of power, wielded like a weapon. I could not be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk.
And if our captive had called your bluff?
Must we entertain hypotheticals? The world as it is vexing enough. Thank you, Thancred. Whether by lack or judgment, we have at last confirmed that those arsons were orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think it best that we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed. Aye, that was quite fortuitous, wasn't it? In my experience, there's no such thing as luck.
Bit of a gambler, ain't he? Fine by me, so long as his luck don't run out. Quite lucky. Suspiciously lucky. On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man you apprehended is being interrogated as we speak, though he fell silent when realizing we had not turned his master. He would soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. Ah, Lord Auriel. Are you come to see our father? He's attending Sir Amarek in the chambers in Crescent. I am. He bid me bring you this salve. Salve? Whatever. I do not let me detain you, and thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more. Are you the guilty party? You about to kill the witness? Lord Auriel did not seem to be the best of spirits. Tis little wonder, Master Alphinaud, his father is widely slandered, and his half-brother not yet cold in the grave. Bending and slaying. Let's just take the money and run. Past belongs to the dead. Future's ours to do with what we will.
Healing, yes.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Quite.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved.
Indeed.
Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds
are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change.
Quite.
When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Kill the witness.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
Oh, that's not good. I think it's a different faction.
Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
Yeah, this city is on edge.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
Oh, no.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
So, the church was providing assistance, not to make themselves look good, but to hold hostages, to make demands. Oh, that's so much worse.
ridiculous. I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Aymeric would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
They would certainly not hate that option.
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Indeed.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they doubled down on lying, which means the only solution is death, unfortunately.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Clearly.
Of course.
So now we've distracted from the true culprit. So our
we are in your debt.
Our witness is about to die.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms, then, friends. Time is against us.
It's House Fortemps behind this. Trying to preserve their own status, trying to keep their enemies closer. They stand a great deal to lose if all this comes about, so yeah. This could be an instance of duplicitousness from them. Helping us to stay above suspicion. 5 minutes. When we are done, we got some pretty good goodies coming. Our reward will be very nice when we finish this mission. Stands to reason it would be quite difficult. Alright, let's take all these and put them up. Silver and bronze. Man, I really could use to sell that before we move on. Let's get this taken care of real quick. Where's money being shown? 319,000. So 398,000. 19. Okay. Listen well. We will enter the basilica silently via this gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of the faith are unknown. I am told the one claimed to be served under Thoradin the Seventh. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness with which they seized control of the vault, I think most likely yes. Which means they may well yet possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Artorial, you are a brave man and true, and none would dare question your honor if you chose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter, my shield will not break. Halone as my witness. We will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. Let's stop for now. Alright, we'll pick this back up after lunch. See you in about an hour.